Amid rolling blackouts in the country, Eskom has now launched 3 programs in an effort to supplement power generation. The initiative is expected to add at least 1,000 megawatts to the grid, and there are hopes that this will mitigate load shedding. So is this initiative going to make any difference? Let's bring in the president of the Black Management Forum, Andile Nomlala, joins us via our video link this morning. Andile, it's great to talk to you. I mean, we seem to be having the same conversations in circles whenever it comes to load shedding, aren't we? But the impact on the economy, that one figure that we have, 500 million rand per hour of load shedding, something needs to change.
Thank you, and thank you to your viewers. I certainly agree that, we've made the call as the BMF a long time ago about many things that are related to Eskom. But I think I want to come in with another call that we made, which we believe that it would make some difference, because I believe that Eskom's leadership, together with the department, are trying to solve the problem, but they've been trying to do so for the last 4 years straight out with no difference whatsoever. As the BMF, we made a call that perhaps we understand the importance of the renewable energy supplies and the clean energy in anywhere in the world. But I think that with the crisis that we're in, we could supplement it with building 3 coal 2,000 megawatts power plants. I think those would bring in about 6,000 megawatts of grid electricity, which is the base load. And that can be built within a period of 18 months. In China, these coal power plants of the same size are being built within the period of 6 months. So if such an initiative was taken much earlier, in 2018, when these problems started to escalate again, I'm sure by now we would have had at least 4,000 or at least 2,000 more megawatts.
Yeah.
But another thing that is important is that in the engagement that as the BBC had with the leadership of the country, we also said, and we brought a person of Jacob Morocha's caliber, who is a former CEO of Eskom and who is a top-class engineer. We also said that it is important for Eskom to make sure that the existing power plants are being repaired and they are bringing back the electricity that is lost there into the grid. Now you could tell that obviously it's clear that from the leadership point of view, which is the CEO and the board, there is no capacity to do that either. So we will always continue to be in what we are in.
I want to talk to you about the leadership of Eskom and perhaps the Public Enterprises Department as well in a moment. But you talk about some of these measures that we could have taken 18 months ago to mitigate the situation that we're in at the moment. If we go back to just a few months ago, the president then announced what was meant to be a comprehensive plan. I think it was in June or July of this year. A comprehensive plan that would see independent power producers playing a bigger role insofar as mitigating power cuts is concerned, essentially getting more power into the grid. I mean, these things are announced, these specialized turnaround plans are announced, and we just don't seem to see the fruits of it.
Remember, when you are on stage 6, you're probably out at about 8,000 to 10,000 megawatts for you to be on stage 6, and we've been on stage 6 for some time now. It means half the capacity of the Eskom, the existing Eskom generation, is not working. Now, the issue here is that we welcome the idea of bringing in the smaller independent power producers, but the difference, look, we now have a plan, as you saw from Eskom, of bringing in about 1,000 megawatts, and that is not even going to come in the next 2 months. It's going to take another year, and the renewable energy projects are still going to take 2 to 3 years to come to the grid. Now, the issue here is that we have existing fleet, and we have many top engineers. We have our partners as the BMF, our sister organization, the Black Engineers Association of South Africa, whom we engaged, and we engaged even at Eskom back in the days, maybe about 2-3 years ago, when we put in a suggestion with the expertise and skills that are necessary for Eskom to come to the fore. And we know something that many people don't know is that black engineers at Eskom, and I don't want to racialize this thing, black engineers who are professionals, who have been running Eskom for many years, have been handed out and being accused of all sorts of things, and including state capture, sabotage, and everything. Many professionals. We saw a report this week showing how many suspended employees of Eskom and how much money do they take out of Eskom whilst they are sitting at home. That it tells you that when the leadership change came in, which is the expertise of Andile, amongst other things that he did was to chase away black engineers on the accusation that they are stealing, they are corrupt, without ever bringing them to the fore. Now, what we are sitting with is that the capable professionals that are there are now gone, and the other people that are still left are now being mentored by the so-called expert engineers, whom we know some of them are not even having a university degree as a qualification. They worked at Eskom for many years as artisans, and now they are brought in as experts, and they are there to interrupt and make sure that the young black talent that is there is not given the responsibility to lead and manage this fleet. We know those things, but besides that, those are petty issues. The issue that we are talking about is that if the leadership of the country can look, and we have overemphasized, I have many interviews with you here on Newzroom, to check, can we do a board assessment of Eskom? Are we convinced that the soldiers that we've put in the board are the capable, best suitable soldiers, including Andile? Why there's no one who's doing that assessment?
Andile, I think you've definitely answered the question around the leadership question that I wanted to ask you. I apologize for interjecting there. We are out of time for this discussion, but you also mentioned the power purchase plan that has now been announced by Eskom. They're saying they're on course to sign the first agreement during the course of the current week, and for the power to start flowing through the grid as soon as possible. Of course, we don't have any clarity on just exactly what that means, as soon as possible. But let me thank you for your time. Andile Nomlala is the Black Management Forum's president.